Okay, y'all. So, like I saw in there, like y'all saw, it said, let's get ready to get discharged. So this is actually made about 2 days ago. I'm just now posting it and showing y'all everything. I don't know why that toothbrush was so freaking hard to get off, but as you can tell based off of my strength, clearly I'm struggling. But first, I wanted to go ahead and get my teeth brushed. So we're gonna start off with the basics. Gonna get that done, and we're gonna speed through that real quick. Okay, so now that all that is done, y'all was not about to catch me looking crazy. And if y'all can tell how I'm walking, I am very hunched over because I'm very much in pain. It is super uncomfortable, just how the position of my body is left, basically leaving the hospital. I'm taking off my glasses because I'm about to wash my face. I apologize in advance if y'all see a white cast on my face. Probably as the same thing that happens with y'all. If y'all aren't really doing everything that you need to be doing for yourself, when you're not feeling good, when you get back into your routine, your body kind of has to get used to it, as well as I have a lot of medicine in my body that's going on right now, that's operating. So my skin doesn't react to all my products the exact same. And this is the stuff that I use normally. Well, not everything, because I don't take everything to the hospital. If y'all ever been in the hospital room and use the bathrooms, I typically don't like to use the restroom in hospitals unless I'm actually the one in the hospital, which is weird. But those counter spaces, they're not that big at all. They're super tiny. So I don't take everything. I think I took just out my face wash. I think I took actually my cleanser that I'm using right here. I think that's my toner, actually. And I think I may have took my acne gel because my acne keeps coming back up a lot ever since I got married. My moisturizer and my under eye. My under eye, I can't think of it, depuffer, whatever it is. But, like one, if you probably can't tell, but just looking, telling you how I am mentally right now, it hurts to just standing up, standing right there for a long time. I'd rather have a seat, right? I'd rather have a seat in the bathroom while I'm washing my face, but doing that will cause probably water all the way down my shirt. And even though I am changing my clothes to leave, because I've been actually rotting in those clothes probably for about 2 or 3 days by now. I don't want to have wet clothes because that's an extra bag I have to take home and lug in the house with me. And I try to wash all my clothes immediately when I get home, but I still have not done that yet. But yeah, that's about all the skincare that I'm going to do for myself at that moment. There's really nothing else. My eye have been swollen for like a few days when I've been in the hospital for some reason, just one eye. So that's kind of me stretching it out because it's affected my jaw too. It's affected that whole side of my face. That's me throwing away my husband's toothbrush because he used the hospital toothbrush in here when he was there with me, but he left it there. So now I'm trying to get everything in order in the room. I'm taking all of my taking my blanket that I bring to the hospital. I bring a blanket every time one that I'm comfortable with getting dirty and one that I'm comfortable taking to the hospital. And I'm moving that way because of where I set my phone. I wanted y'all to be able to see. I have my heating pad with me. Those are two things that I'm always taking with me. Heating pad is always going to be a blanket. The slippers that I have on as well, because those can be, if need be, shower shoes. Those can be walking in the hospital shoes. And I'm trying to just clean up the hospital. I know they're going to do it, but still, I'm doing what I can. Like, I was keeping straws and condiments and utensils in case hospital didn't bring it up when I was ordering food. So that was me throwing all of that away. Also, I do hand wash my clothes in the bathroom at the hospital because I don't wear the same thing the whole time I'm there always. And I do like to have things I can change into so I can feel like I'm getting a little bit fresher. So I have like some sweatpants that I'm bringing out the bathroom. I have my pajama set. I like to keep a silk pajama set because if I'm hot, I can easily sweat in that. As well as I like to have a pajama set with a pocket where if I'm using the telemetry machine, I can have a pocket I can easily put that machine in. I don't have to just hold it in my hand, so it frees up my hand. But now I'm bringing my hospital bag, and I was taking all of my toiletries and stuff out of the bathroom. I had my hospital bag, but James also brought me another bag because there were some things I needed. And I'm just pulling out stuff that I'm going to use probably to change in. And when I'm deciding what I'm going to wear, I kind of go through my bag because I don't want to take anything extra home. That was some Medicaid paperwork that they come and give you while you're in the hospital. I have countless amount of those papers. I've read that through and through. I know what it's saying. I don't have to keep it. I'm going to have all the numbers and emails that they have saved in my phone, or I can easily access it. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm just cleaning up everything. And I like to go through my entire bag. I like to pull everything out and then put everything back in because it keeps it organized for me. So I know where things are. So I know I refresh myself with how messy my bag may have gotten while I was in the hospital. And then I can clean it back up. So I know when I leave the hospital, next time I go to the hospital, what already is in my bag, what I need to pack in my bag maybe that I don't have when I get home, as well as anything else that I need to put in my bag for my next trip also. So that's just me pulling everything out. I'm trying to see what everything is. That's me realizing my work shirt that I had with James when I went to the hospital last month in Savannah. That shirt was still in that bag, and I didn't even know because I didn't check my bag. I was in such a disarray and not feeling good. Like I was nowhere near like myself and nowhere near able to help myself. So that's why that shirt is still there. So I'm putting that to the side. And now I'm folding up all my pajamas and everything because I need to make sure that I have them. I am going to, like I said, take everything out and wash it when I get home. And I'm going to trade out those black pajamas for my brown set that I have because I think the pocket's bigger. And my telemetry set does not fit in my black pocket. I swore it did, but I think I shoved it in, but I don't want to. It's not comfortable all the time. And I like to also have multiple pajama sets. So I have another one that my mom got me from Walmart a while ago. I keep that one as well. I think she got that for me one time I was in the hospital. And it's just always been a hospital set, the one that I'm rolling out right now. Just making sure that everything that is a set stays a set and it stays together. So I typically have the last pocket of my bag. I typically have that as My sets, I have that as my t-shirts and my pants. That's typically what I try to do. The second biggest part, I would typically have like undergarments, the little that I do have, socks. I like to keep different socks. I typically keep compression socks and some hospital socks for grippies, with the grippies on the bottom. It just makes it easier. I have enough hospital socks. That's why you saw me. I think I was throwing some other hospital socks away. And that's my nurse. She was coming in to take my tray because they didn't take my tray. And when they told me they was going to discharge me, I was like, well, let me go ahead and actually order my breakfast. I barely ate because I was feeling sick. I'm actually still to this day, 2 days later, not really eating too much. But I'm forced myself to eat to at least try to keep up my strength. But I really don't have the energy to eat a lot of food. So anything I eat is very quick. But like I said, my second section is my undergarments, and it's socks as well. Like I said, my compression and my hospital socks, some comfort socks. Like I also have socks for my grandmother. Just something that makes me feel like I'm at home and I don't have to feel like I'm so much out of my element. Also, when you're in the hospital, it's always safe to have undergarments that are typically, it don't have any wires in them. If anything, plastic, it makes it easier. So I only have like a few in there that I specifically keep solely for the hospital because they're taking me for x-rays, CT scans, CAT scans. I don't have to take anything off unless it's like my jewelry. And the one thing I did forget when I did come to the hospital, I did forget my necklace because if my finger swells, I like to have something I can take my necklace off on. That I can take my rings off on and hook it onto, but I never did that. Yeah, those are the socks. I don't need any more of those, so I put those in the I was about to put it in the linen bin, then I realized they're not about to reuse those. Well, at least if they do, I don't want to know that. Throw them away. I would assume they wouldn't because they come in packaging. I also like to keep a scarf that's going to work for my hair. I just got my hair done before I came. That also is one of the parts that helped put me in the hospital because my body was just so sensitive. So my scalp and my neck was so tight and it hurt so bad. But yeah, I'm taking everything out. I have 3 small parts. One is the smallest, but it's not all the way at the front. The super smallest part just has mask in there and has some CBD cream if I need to rub on my joints. The second smallest part, it typically has, what do I put in there? I may put a pen in there. Also my blanket while I'm folding it up. I put that in the biggest part as well. And I put my heating blanket in the second biggest part, or I put it in that second bag. I can't remember. But if I typically take it with me, it's in one of those compartments, the bigger compartments. That second biggest part, I can't remember. I'm just drawing a blank on what I put in there. I know I put like chapsticks in there sometimes. I know if I need to put extra leftover stuff from my toiletries, and that third biggest part has mainly my toiletries. It'll also have a thermometer, even though the hospital has it. I keep a thermometer in there. I keep a thermometer in a lot of places. I keep one in my in like my linen closet. I typically have one by my bedside somewhere, and I keep one in there just in case I can never find one. I always know where there's another one. But yeah, I put all my products in there. I keep a toothbrush solely for the hospital. I try to keep a travel toothpaste as well. And I normally, my skincare products, I take with me from the house. I don't keep travel size or have more. I'm grabbing my medicine, that's the discus inhaler, my wallet, because they always need my insurance and stuff, my insurance cards. I like to make sure they have them in order, because there's been times I go and they have them not in order, so they charge one and not the other first, and that messes things up, because one will deny it and they'll say they're not secondary or primary, and then they won't pay. So I have that issue that I have to handle. I'm putting on the last of that chapstick. I let my husband borrow that chapstick one time, and he basically just took his finger and swiped across it. And as a girl, textures are important to me, and he just made it really, really clumpy. But you see, I have literally nothing left. Like, that's the farthest it can go out. So I'm using the last before I throw it away. I made my husband go get me a 3-pack of chapstick so I can have. And I'm finally taking that other earring out. I know y'all saw me the whole time with that one earring in. The side of my face that was swelling up, my ear was also swelling up, which was irritating me. And it does not matter how long I've had my ears pierced, I am always terrified to take earrings out of my ears, because I am convinced in my head that they will close up and I will have to get them re-pierced. And for some reason, getting my ears re-pierced just sounds like a very terrifying experience for me, which I don't know why. I don't remember when I got it done, but it just sounds terrifying. So I'm over here rubbing my ears to just make sure the other ear, it's not swelling up. Still, 2 days later, my ear is still pierced. I have not ran my earring through it. It'll go through on one side, but it won't go through on the other side. And I've had this conversation with my mom, my sister, other people. They're like, it's not going to close up in like 2 days. And I'm like, okay, I know that. But my mom won't allow me to think that. So I literally kept that earring in just in case. I'd rather have to get one ear pierced than the other. So the part that I did want to talk about, I know I'm doing a voiceover. My problem is that with my paperwork, they told me to start taking my Jornav, which is what I was showing you when I was shaking my bottle. I have one left. They said start taking. I'm supposed to get another one. Go to CVS and get another one when I leave the hospital. But my doctor here keeps telling me that it's pain medication. But my doctor in Greenville said it's not a pain medication. It's supposed to coat my stomach because of all the pain medication I'm taking. So that doesn't make any sense to me. But no one cares to really hear the words that are coming out of my mouth if it doesn't line up with theirs. At this point, because my doctor has been trying to get me to be discharged for multiple days. So what I say is null and void to her. And also they said stop taking my oxycodone. I came to the hospital because I have no oxycodone. I called my doctor and asked for oxycodone, and they said I couldn't because I just got some in Savannah, Georgia when I was admitted. So I only have one oxycodone to my name, and yeah, so I stopped I didn't have any. I had one left, so I called to see if I could get some more. Couldn't get any more. Then after that, I went to the infusion clinic and to get some help to see if I can stop this episode that was building up, and it didn't. So I ended up coming to the ER. So I'm confused as to why they're saying stop taking something that I don't have. My doctors won't give it to me, so it serves no purpose for this to be sitting on here. Also, I had them stop giving me oxycodone while I was here because it wasn't helping. That's why I ended up in the hospital, and that's why I was taking 2 to 3 a day. But they somehow asked how to take Losartan. I'm not taking Losartan right now because we're in our TTC phase and talking about how to take Narcan. I know how to take Narcan. I have it. I don't use it because I'm not overdosing. But I just wanted to let y'all know about the discharge instructions, and these are the issues that I talk about when it seems like they don't be listening to you. Like, it seems like I'm just trying to, my words are falling on deaf ears when I'm talking to doctors, because if you're telling me for discharge to stop taking something that I don't have, so at the end of the day, y'all are sending me home right now without a single pain medication. Mind you, I am not, if you asked me what level I wanted to be when I left here, I said at a 4. I've been between a 6 and a 10 the whole time I've been here. Currently, I'm about at a 7, 8, 7.5, 8. So I'm confused how long this really gonna go, because I have no medication to take home with me. I have no pain medication at all, and y'all are discharging me. So yeah, I'm gonna let the voiceover go back to what it was doing so y'all can see me back, but I wanted to let y'all know, like, I want y'all to see firsthand of the things that happen here. And it's not exactly just here, but the things that just happen overall, and how I'm supposed to advocate for myself on a consistent basis. Mind you, I'm supposed to advocate and be in pain. And also, doctors don't sometimes understand the pain that you have unless you're actually like crying completely. So it irritates me, but just wanted y'all to see. Hey, baby. So as y'all saw, James just walked in. But yeah, I was just explaining to y'all, it does not happen at every hospital. It does not happen with every doctor, but you can end up basically fighting against your doctor, and you're fighting to advocate for your pain while you're in pain. But it's kind of like like people say, you darn if you do, you darn if you don't. And in the day, like I could completely come in to the ER on 10, screaming and yelling, acting like a wild child, and they're like, oh, you're dramatic. Or I could come in and I'm like, okay, well, let me sit here and try to focus and try to have a coping mechanism that can help with my pain. And then they're like, well, you're not really in pain because you're not really showing you're in pain. Or also, I know when I go to doctor's visits or I go to ERs, I purposely, and this is sad that it happens, but I purposely try to look rough and rugged, like I've been going through crap and back. Because if I come in, like even the simplest stuff, don't let me have Vaseline on my lips, and let me have on, you know, if I was on a date and have on eyeshadow or eyeliner or foundation, things like that. Oh, you look too good to be in pain, because I was able to put something on my face. Now, unfortunately, parents and caregivers have to worry about that, because they have to make sure they look some kind of presentable, because they could be taken as, oh, well, you don't really know what's going on, so you we're not going to listen to you. But for patients, I don't want to look like I'm not going to come in with a bonnet on, you know. I'm not going to come in with pajamas on, but what you see me having on right now, the t-shirt, the sweatpants, some slides, I'm typically going to have that kind of stuff on. I'm going in the hospital, and leaving the hospital, because I don't need for a doctor or a nurse to think in their mind, oh, well, they look so much better, so clearly we won't see them in a minute. They clearly feel so much better, so God forbid if I end up coming again very quickly, then they're like, well, why did you come back so quickly? You look like you were doing fine. So I have to, like, I don't exaggerate how I feel, but I make sure that I show how I feel. I make sure that I don't hide that from the nurses or the doctors, because they don't get a lot of teaching in sickle cell in school. They really don't. And their experience is us. That's where really they learn. But it's up to the patient care to actually decide if they want to actually learn, or if they're just going to decide however they want to treat us. If they want to base us off of other patients, which my doctor here this time, she did do that. My last doctor, she did. Or if they want to restrict us from medication, just whatever choices they decide on their own end. So yeah, I'm just kind of putting everything to the side because my nurse that took my tray out, she said that she was going to take my vitals for one more reason, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and wait until they come to discharge me. And yeah, this is it. That is also my nurse that I had. For some reason, I'm just not really sure, but I did feel some kind of way with the Indian nurses and doctors this visit. It really troubled my spirit. But yeah, I'm telling the nurse that I'm ready. And you see, I'm taking deep breaths and I'm being really slow and talking really cautious with her. So yeah, that is the end, and I will talk to y'all later and keep y'all updated. Love y'all.